Horizon gives you some very powerful tools for running targeted, measurable digital marketing campaigns. Let's just take a look at some of the things you can do. So I'll click on campaigns here, and I can see a listing of all the existing campaigns I have, their status, red, amber, green against their objectives, and so on. Let's just click on add new campaign, build one up, and look at the main components of a Horizon campaign. Okay, so we're in our Crease Jeans division here. I'm going to run a campaign, a promotional campaign for our new, let's say for our new Super Crease Jeans. So let's give it a name first of all. And the next thing I need to do is optionally give it an objective. So we have a separate video on objectives. It's basically a way of tracking campaign success against in specific metrics. So I'm going to select one here based on form completion rate. Okay, just so I can track status. And next I need to define the target group, the target audience for this campaign. So I'm going to click select here, and I'm going to select an existing segment I have, an existing Horizon group of my existing customers. So let's just do a search and find that group. Okay, and here we go, existing customers. So again, I could have selected a new group, built a new group from scratch, but I'm going to select that existing group. Okay. So we've defined our target audience. Well, next thing I need to do is anyone who engages with this campaign who wasn't in my target audience, let's say someone who comes across the landing page that I'm publishing and they fill out that page, maybe they've linked through from a tweet or from another link on my website, so I don't know who they are. I want to acquire their details, and I'm going to add them to my leads directory in Horizon so I can start acquiring some new leads as part of this campaign. And the last thing I need to do is to give tell Horizon where to publish that landing page, so the vanity URL. So I have my experiencehorizon.com domain here, and I'm going to publish this on /supercreased. There we go. So I've got the URL for my landing page. So I'm going to click update to set that URL. Okay, so here we have then the name of the campaign, the objective, the target audience, the directory for any new leads that come in, and the address for the landing page. So let's start building up the campaign itself. So I've got my campaign builder here, and I can start adding, for example, a message to that campaign, and I can add the content for that message, which I'll do in just a second. And I can start adding the landing page. Now what I'm going to do here is add two variants of my landing page. One for my existing customers, and another one for anyone else who comes across that URL. Okay, so let's start building up the content for those for the message first of all. So I'll click add content. Again, I get a listing of all my existing messages. Let's add a new one from scratch based on a template. So let's give my message a name, and we'll select a template here. So I've already got a special offers template set up in Horizon. Again, we have separate videos on how to create all your templates, so watch those when you get time. It's tagged with the relevant opt-in categories. This template has an email version, an SMS text version, so I can run a multi-channel campaign here. Let's just modify the subject line, and let's modify the content here. So this content will be pulled in from the template, but I can of course edit it however I want. Super creased. Are you ready? Okay, so we've got some personalization here based on the name of the recipient. I've got my call to action link here. Let's just take a look at that link. This is important. So it's a publication link. So this link is going to go to a Horizon publication. Now what I've got in this URL drop down, again, I could link through if I wanted to any other running campaign I have. But this setting here tells Horizon that when someone clicks on that link in the message, it should link them through to the vanity URL of whatever publication is right now running in that campaign. So basically to the campaign landing page. So that's what I want. So I'll leave that. I've got a link category here. So again, I'm tagging this link with my offer call to action link category. So again, over time I can look back and say, okay, which of my contacts have clicked on any one of my offer call to actions? Okay, so that's cool. So we've got the links there. We've got the title. We've got the content. I can just synchronize that across to the plain text version of my email, and click save. So that Horizon now will add that message to my campaign. Okay, so there we go. I've got some advanced features here. If I wanted to, I can click on that. For example, that lets me do things like run an A/B split test. So again, here I could add different variants of the message and then select a target group size, and then do things like saying, okay, well, run two different variants, and after an hour, based on the engagement rate, let's say, select a winner, send that to the rest. So Again, I won't do that right now, but take a look at A/B splits when you get a chance. It's a great way of optimizing the success of your campaigns. Okay, so we've got the message. Let's start creating those landing pages now. First, the one for my existing customers in my campaign target audience. So again, I'm going to create a new web publication here based on a template. So I've got a template for my landing pages that I set up earlier on. So let's select that template. Okay, and let's just start tailoring that landing page. So again here, and what we could do is, because this landing page is one that's going to be seen by people who've clicked through from the email, maybe I could personalize it with their name, let's say, just to optimize maybe the conversion rate. So something like, Justin Super Crease Jeans would be perfect for you. Okay, so we've got the form here. Again, I can edit that form. I could maybe add some new fields to acquire some more interesting data about my contacts. Let's just modify that heading maybe. And again, here I've got a submit button which goes through to the thank you page. So I can apply that now, and that's fine. The thank you page I've got here is fine. So let's just click on save, and that's my landing page for my target audience. So let's just finally create the landing page for anyone else who happens to come across that URL. And again, we'll just build up a new publication from my landing page template very quickly. Okay, and we'll just give this one a different heading so again we can see the difference when we run this campaign. Okay, so hey stranger, get your super creased. Okay, let's just click on save there to save that version of the landing page. Okay, that's cool. So other things I could do here on the campaign builder is add additional phases. So again, if I wanted to, I could add a second phase or even more phases than that, and do things like saying, okay, well, maybe 2 days after the first phase, send a different message and target that message maybe at people who just haven't responded yet, so guys who haven't opened that first email, just to retarget them with something else. So it's a very powerful way of, again, putting through retargeting, maximizing campaign success. Let's just remove that for now. We can add additional phases at any point to a running campaign. So let's just click on save there. And my campaign's done. It's in draft status. Let's just click on the start to start that campaign. I can schedule it for any date and time. I'll just click on done just to get that campaign going out in just a moment. Okay, so it's scheduled to run now at 18:03. Okay, so what that campaign is going to do, let's just remind ourselves, we've got a target audience of a few contacts, all of whom I've actually set up with my own Gmail address, so it's going to come through to my Gmail account. It's going to send an email and or a text message depending on each of those contacts' preferences. The email is going to contain a call to action link, and when someone clicks on that call to action, I'm going to take them to a landing page. When they fill out that landing page, again, I want to measure them as being a success on that campaign. Okay, so lots going to be going on when this campaign runs. And what I've got here set up is my my Gmail account here, just ready. So when this campaign runs, we can see the emails coming through. So let's just give that campaign a moment to go out. And okay, so 18:03, so the campaign has now gone active. We can see here on the progress indicator that it's on red because right now we haven't achieved the campaign objective, which was the 50% form completion rate. We'll see as we run through this campaign how that changes, and we can start tracking through that indicator there the campaign success. Okay, so that now will be building up the list of contacts who are eligible, sending out the personalized emails to them. And if I jump across to Gmail, I can see now, okay, we've got some emails coming in. There we go. So we can see we've got the personalization, Justin, Jessica, James. Let me just click on one of those. And so here's our campaign email. Now before I click on that call to action, let's just jump back to Horizon and go into the campaign view and see what's happening here. So I can now see a funnel that's been built up, and I can see that, okay, I've got 2 contacts right now at delivered states. The email's been delivered to them. They've done nothing with it. I've got 1 now responded because Horizon knows that Justin has opened this email. And if I click on the call to action, which will bring me up the landing page, there we go, there's the landing page. if I go back to and refresh those stats, my status has now moved on, so I'm now engaged. And if I then submit through that landing page, then again I get the thank you page, refresh those stats. We've now got one contact at success, which is great, and a performance there of 33% conversion against a target of 50. So there we go. So what I can now do is, let's just go back to another one of those contacts. So let's go to Jessica. So again, she gets the personalized message. Let's click on the call to action. And again, we can see the landing page for Jessica with the personalization again on that landing page on the title to optimize conversion. It's very personalized to her. She clicks on submit, gets the thank you page. And what I can see from my Horizon stats now, let's just refresh those stats. So we can now see we've achieved our target now. We've got an actual of 66% conversion against a target of 50. We've achieved success against our objectives, so that's great. Okay, the final thing I'm going to do is open up a new tab here and just go to the vanity URL for that landing page. And we can see, because we don't know who the person is that's come to this address now, we get the alternative variant of that landing page. It says, hey stranger. So let's just acquire some details from this guy. So let's give this guy a name. So Dave Davies, and let's just give him my Gmail address for now. Click on submit. Okay, so Dave will also get the thank you page. Great. So if I go back to the contact screen in Horizon now, so we've seen some real-time measurements. What we can see straight away is that Dave Davies is now in as a lead. So we've acquired a brand new lead straight back into our Horizon database from this campaign. And if I start doing advanced search now, I can do things like saying, okay, let's take a look at the campaign here. Let's select a campaign, and let's select our Super Crease Jeans promo campaign. Do a search, so we can see now who is engaged with that campaign, which was Dave, our new lead, and the 3 in our target audience. And I could then refine that search and say, okay, well, so far then, who has reached a campaign status of success? And I can see that's Dave, Justin, and Jessica. So we can start getting some real-time, immediate, measurable feedback on level of campaign engagement and measure that against some predefined campaign objectives. There we go. There's Horizon campaigns.